Karma finally caught up with Daniel in Fear the Walking Dead. He was pretending to have dementia for the entire first half of season 6, and now in the latest episode, it looks like he might actually have it. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Entertainment here to review Fear the Walking Dead. It is season 6, episode, I want to say 10.
10 is correct.
10 is correct.
That's not the rating. That is
Well,
the
that's
number.
no, I mean, it'll be far from a 10, but we appear to have some sort of time skip from Virginia being killed. So last time out, Virginia was killed by June, and I honestly don't really blame June, but at the same time, it's like I think she killed the wrong sister, or the wrong daughter even.
The wrong family member.
But I get it. The other one's a kid, or not even a kid, but the other one's like a teen, so therefore they just don't want to show that, because in there, seeing television's eyes, if June kills what's Dakota, if June kills Dakota, that makes her look like a villain.
And they don't want to do that.
But even then, I just don't think they'd have it on screen in the first place. You just don't really see that. But anyway, so we get a bit of a time skip. June's...
But at what age is killing someone's husband alright? And not... I mean, what percentage of the viewers left watching, by the way, which is a minuscule amount, would be upset if June shot Dakota right in the head? I think most people would have wanted it.
I think it'd be justified.
Yeah, but I do think the people who write the shows live in a fucking fantasy land. Like, yeah, I think there's a lot of losers that watch TV and how a lot of losers defend this franchise, but what percentage of viewers is going to be outraged at June putting a bullet right between Dakota's eyes?
And it's not, but she's not just like a teen. She's a female teen, so the chances of her, I mean, the way they probably wrote it, like her killing John was empowering.
I think she's pretty old, because she referenced to John, my daddy, who's actually her grandfather, let me take a go of the car in the church parking lot. Now, obviously, that's pre-apocalypse, and we're a few years in, and if she's driving a car, she probably had to be of decent age.
Well, who cares? Anyway, writing's garbage, so they're living in the community that Morgan's built. Morgan's speaking with, so the other people turn up for the other communities. You've got the woman that Dwight spent Sherry. You got Sherry. She turns up with her, not her new boy, but the guy that she like co-leads that community.
What the fuck is Dwight doing, by the way?
Being a cuck.
No. Like, seeing the original Walking Dead, you were led to believe, oh, these two need to get back together. Then in Fear, he comes into it and he's hunting for her, and then he finds her, and within an episode, it's dead.
But look at the original Walking Dead. See when Rick finds Laurie, it's like. And yeah, I mean, you could argue that things are a bit more muddy waters there because of the affair, but it's not like Rick was like to Laurie, we need to go to here. This place isn't safe. This campsite's not safe. And Laurie's like, no, I think it is safe. Then Rick's like, well, we'll just have to go our separate ways.
That would have been interesting.
but
if Rick wanted to leave.
But you know, that's like bullshit. I mean, you just wouldn't see that. Like Maggie and Glenn or whatever, see when they reunite. It's not like Maggie was like, here, I think we should head to Washington, and Glenn's like, nah, I think we should go back to Arizona. And then they're like, oh, well, we can't agree, we think we should be in different places, so we'll just... You don't really see that, but for some reason with Dwight and Sherry, basically, Dwight and her didn't want to be in the same place. She wanted to stick with him, Dwight didn't, and therefore it was like, well, that's it. In the real world, you'd think someone would make a sacrifice, but...
Yeah, but the thing, he's made loads of sacrifices, man. He's went across the states.
To find her, I know.
But I said, right, in the last couple of seasons that it feels like Sherry never wanted Dwight to find her, because surely, instead of leaving wee bits of information for him to find her, she would just stay put, and she never did. And based off what's fucking happened this season, it's almost like she never really wanted it. I mean, this relationship, people would be like, oh, this is like the top 3 ships in Walking Dead history. They love each other, do they? I don't see it. I mean, I mean, if they cared so much about each other, they wouldn't fucking split up.
I think you'd be lucky to make top 10, to be honest, right? And it's that video we could make once we finish Fear and Walking. Maybe it's maybe it's no. Anyway, so Strand's there as well. They get invited into Morgan's community. Morgan basically leaves. He's got a wee mission he wants to go on. Then we get, I don't know what the fuck that was, but then, what was that?
I don't know what that was, mate, so you continue on.
I continue on, right? Anyway.
A wee bit of static for Morgan's radio.
Come in, Fog. Entertainment, do you read me?
No, they were standing outside the gates and Morgan walks in with his wee fucking cup of coffee.
We built it.
We built this city on rock and roll.
I actually hate Morgan anyway. Morgan leaves and then everyone comes in and Daniel notices that there's guns gone and then like walkers start appearing and Daniel wants to know where the guns are. Now apparently there's a bigger threat out there. Morgan's been talking about a threat and that they all need to team up to deal with said threat and that Virginia was worried about said threat. So we get like a big meeting where you got like you got Strand, you got Daniel, you've got
Sherry, Charlie.
Yeah, what's the woman that used to date Nick?
I have no idea her name.
Can't remember her name.
You've got Sarah.
For Dakota's in there. Basically, you've got all the people. Where's Wendell, by the way?
Where's the men?
Yeah,
no, where's the real? Yeah, like she says the shit.
Gonna lend me the MRAP so the window can come out and ride with me, boy.
And it's like, is that how pathetic this guy is? You know, I say how pathetic, guys. Guy's got a legit disability, but my point is, it's like...
No, hold on, wait.
One of the few men in this show needs a specialised vehicle so he can go out.
But that's actually Al's... That's Al, so I don't know why I don't know why Sherry's got it, but anyway...
No, but look at the state of it, man. It's like, look at this meeting, but where's the fucking men?
Yeah, I mean...
No, let's actually look at the men. You've got Daniel, an old 70-year-old pensioner who's got Alzheimer's, and then Strand, gay.
Shit like this just takes me out of show.
It's like they kill off John Doe. See, at this point, Dwight is as cucked as you'll ever see a guy.
Right, so yeah, they basically they all debate, all right, who's at blame here, who's took the guns, no one can really admit to what done it, and they're all pointing fingers at each other, essentially. Then the walkers come in, and yeah, so it turns out Daniel let the walkers in, and he did that because he knew that once the walkers were in, whoever stole the guns would bring out the guns and they'd use them to kill the walkers. And I believe Strand had a gun on him, but it was his own personal gun. It wasn't like a gun that he stole for the lockup. So after they kill the walkers, Daniel locks up Strand and then basically threatens to shoot him. And Strand apologises and Daniel's like, well, apologies, don't fix this. And he takes out like a big, I guess, a plate that he's got stuck in the side of his mouth.
I remember that.
After like the gunshot or whatnot. And then he also had Strand. He told Charlie and he told Grace to go to this place because he was going to let the walkers in. Morgan later finds them after they got lost, and it turns out they said, nah, you didn't say the cabins, you said this place.
The caverns.
And
the caves.
We find out that, yeah, indeed Daniel actually marked the wrong place on the map, so it turns out that Daniel now may actually be losing it. Unless, of course, Grace and Charlie are plotting against him, which I doubt. But yeah, Daniel now at this point, he's losing it. Maybe he is losing his head. He thought he told them to go to point A. Instead, he told them to go to point B. He decides he's no longer safe. He pretty much locks himself up. And then he makes a conclusion that he's just going to leave and he's going to go out on his own. Charlie doesn't want him to go out on his own. And apparently it was supposed to be him and Charlie. I don't know if that's his new daughter or whatnot. But she doesn't want him to go. But Daniel's like, I can't. I'm not safe here. I'm a liability. I mean, not really. Why can't you just monitor his condition? Because we've seen June checking on him. Why can't Daniel stay there and just perhaps not be in charge of anything that is like
serious?
Yeah, until he can prove otherwise that he's not losing his faculties or whatnot.
But then he mentions, this place I burned down. It's like, no, you burnt that down for an entirely different reason.
Yeah. So
to actually, like, you burnt it down to escape and like kill the people because you knew who were a threat. And it's like, what? And then Strand floats the idea.
Lawton. When you go to Lawton.
Come with me. So yeah.
Wait, he won't burn down Lawton?
So yeah, I don't get it. So wait, Daniel's a liability in Morgan's place, but he's going to be what?
Constant back and forth, by the way, of Daniel speaking post and then back into the present, and with fucking June. It turns out he was speaking to June. But here, it's like he's channeling his inner fucking Junior Soprano. Once upon a time, he faked being Alzheimer's at the window, and now here, it actually turns out over time it's developed into something serious. It's a new route for The Walking Dead, but I don't care for Daniel. Do you not feel like after every couple of episodes, this guy just disappears?
I don't care.
And then they bring him back?
I don't care for Daniel, but I think the sad thing is he's probably one of the best characters in the show.
No, I agree with that.
And I don't care for him.
But do you know how that's the problem they've got? I feel like this guy disappears for episodes.
I
and
think
then they bring him back.
I think that's been the problem with this entire show.
Well, yeah.
I would argue that since season 2, that there's just been a lack of consistency. Maybe season 3 wasn't as bad, but after season 4, you've just seen characters come and go.
See another thing, right, that I think really pisses me off about this show, compared to the original. See when see guys like Dale, Shane, Merle, Laurie dying, right? Glenn. Do you not feel like their death is impactful years later, seasons later? Like, they get mentioned. Where is Travis's mention? When was the last time he was even fucking mentioned?
Yeah, it's like he doesn't even exist.
It's like, what was the point of killing him? See, if you're going to kill off, which at the time was the main guy, surely it needs to be impactful going forward. Like, but who's left? That's the problem. His son's dead. Nick's dead. Even Nick. Where's Nick? Where's the references to Nick? And then, like, you've got Alicia, who's like the last standing member of the Clark family. Yes, Madison will come back soon, but there's nothing, man. Everybody that dies is quickly forgotten about. It's like even John Dory. John Dory's not even fucking cold, man. And it's like, what was the point?
And it's fucking mental because Virginia, who killed John Dory, is sitting in this community as part of the team, not locked up, not as a prisoner. She's actually sitting down at the table,
Big Dakota,
discussing with people.
Yeah, like what? Yeah. And then Morgan's like, oh, why can't June come? I'll tell you why June can't come. Because the fucking killer, like, killed her husband, sitting right there. Ignorant bastard.
But I mean, see The Walking Dead, man, it picks and chooses when it just wants people to be... See Carol, right? She should have got fucking Tyrese, right? See in the fucking real... But you, a real man wouldn't hit a woman. Nah. See if a woman burnt alive your fucking girlfriend or burnt alive your wife, you would treat her like you would treat a man. That's a fucking fact. And anyone who says they wouldn't, you're white knighting like fuck, or you're a cuck. Like, see, what she did to Karen and David was just it was not undefendable, but indefendable. But because she's a woman, Tyrese had to forgive her for plot purposes. If Tyrese fucking in cold blood killed Sophia and burnt her, would Carol just be like, that's alright, Tyrese, don't worry about it.
No, but
I forgive you.
That's the double standard.
Of course.
No one's calling for Tyrese to, burn Carol alive, but if he walked up and shot her, it'd be justified. Of course it'd be justified.
Or hammer time, as they call it with Tyrese.
An eye for an eye. Yo, just look at the show, man. Look how many people that have like hurt Rick's group over the years, and then like they get revenge, and it's. But then that's the Tyrese isn't allowed to do anything to Carol, but then Rick's group is allowed to kill the saviors. Rick kill about 50 guys, and apparently that's all right.
Rick runs over that cop, breaks his back, and just laughs.
Yeah, the logic's fucked, man.
And Rick's a good guy. Yeah. But Carol kills Karen and David, and Tyrese has to forgive her because it's Carol and she's a woman and you're a man and you can't. Bullshit.
But if Dakota points out the threat that Virginia was on about might be hiding underground, who could it be? Who's hiding underground?
Do we care at this point? Do we absolutely do we give a shit?
It's funny when the 10 walkers fell down the hill and Daniel pretended it was like this big grave threat. That
how are we going to survive this? Listen, look at episode 1. We literally seen Morgan to get into that canyon place in the first.
Yeah.
He took about 50 out. He took about 50 out on his own.
It's ridiculous.
So show's shite. That's pretty much. I think that was the end of it, really, isn't it? Daniel sets off with Strand and.
Yeah, I don't mind the Daniel and Strand dynamic, but like, how many times are they gonna, like, fall out, make up, fall out, make up? You know what I mean? It's like, what is going on there? But just a real lack of good characters. It's tragic. It's like I just cannot wait for this season to end, and then we've only got 2 more. Like, how does Fear even end? Like, what's a positive ending in your eyes?
I think the ending's just positive. See when it comes to an end, and we can close the door on this show. I think that's
There's
it.
the door. Anyway, rating, I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth any more than that, to be fair. I mean, I suppose hold on, but it's just, I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
There we
Generous
go.
4.
We 3.5 out of 10. Episode 11 very soon.